Now I'm going to talk about public access modifiers. There are many, but for now I'm going to talk about the protected internal, private protected, and protected. So before I'm going to talk deeper, I'm going to discuss it. First, I'm going to first mention that in this program or application, there are actually two assemblies. The first one is an console application, which is the user interface, and the next one is a class library, which is JPA calculator. So in this program, first we're going to talk about protected access modifier. So on some learning, so protected is that here it can be only accessed through inheritance. In sa asa pa ng assembly, no, like even in program, as long as it has inheritance. So right now, since there are no inheritance in trial GPA, I am unable to access to the GPA solver methods. However, if I try to use inheritance, I can access it. But in here, you may be confused that why I'm using point solver, not the GPA. Since in inheritance, they are actually only used two base class, that the derived class can only access to base class. So point solver inherit to GPA class, and I inherit to point solver, if that makes sense. So now I can actually access it now, and since I am the derived class, so I make an instance, and now I can access easily to GPA solver. Next is the protected internal. Unlike from protected internal is actually more accessible, since it's not only protected at the same time internal o internally ganun. So like here in GPA, the protected internal, the GPA solver, still the same. Like if as long as it has inheritance, I can access it easily. But at the same time, I made another class within the same project, the GPA calculator, right there. Since protected internal, I am able to access the GPA solver much easier, no? But it's not more secured compared to protected. Next is private protected. It is actually the most secure compared to the two earlier. But because this time, even though you can access it through inheritance, like here, private protected, and I am able to access to GPA connector, since my program, inherits from the class point solver, now I can access it easily. But what if, as I mentioned earlier, it cannot be accessed in another assembly project, like here, the GPA class, the GPA class. Even though I have used project reference and I tried to call its namespace, I'm still unable. Even though, as you can see in my IntelliCode or IntelliSense, I am unable to see where is the GPA connector. So let's go for now. And as for the result of my program, I am able to make a code to find the GPA, since I only multiplied the grade course with its own units, and then then the summation and divide it by the summation of all units. Thank you.